gift to us. We made it work. Let's cheer for it, say the least. Fight global warming. Good morning, Head of Junior Wing, Sarika ma'am, Payan ma'am, teachers and my dear friends. Today I Rashi. And I Shri. Welcome you all on behalf of class 5B to present our assembly. The topic for today's assembly is Earth Day. Let's begin our morning assembly by seeking the blessings of Almighty. I request all of you to stand up for the morning prayer. Now I would like to invite my friend Alicia to share the thought of the day with us.
Today's thought of the day is, Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. I repeat, Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Thank you. Today's national news is, India records 10,093 new cases of COVID-19 in last 24 hours. Fire breaks out in a factory in Ghaziabad, no casualty reported. Good morning everyone. Today's international news are cash-strapped Pakistan hikes petrol price by rupees 10 per litre. Brazil raises mediation between Russia war with China and United Arab Emirates. Great sports news are Arjun Tendulkar makes IPL debut for Mumbai Indians against KKR. Rafael Nadal to miss home tournament in Russia struggles with injury return continue as French Open nears.
Good morning everyone. Today's weather news are today's maximum temperature will be 38 Celsius and minimum will be 21 Celsius and today will be a sunny day.
Thank you for sharing the news with us. Now, I would like to invite my friend Ryan to recite a beautiful poem on Earth Day.
There is just one. It gives us water, soil and sun. People and animals share the land. Let's all lend a helping hand. Recycle things. Don't throw away. Make a better place for you and me. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing the beautiful poem. Now, as we all know that today we are talking about Earth Day. So, some of my friends will share some facts about it.
2nd April every year. The first Earth Day was celebrated in the 1970s. Earth Day was started in USA by Senator Nelson. Earth Day teaches us how we can protect our environment. It is also called International Mother Earth Day. Earth Day is an annual celebration that honors the achievements of the environmental movement and receives the awakening. It draws attention to the environment to promote conservation and sustainability. Thank you.
Wow! Thank you for sharing the facts. Now, we would like to present a song on Earth Day with you all.
the tap while not in use.
Support, separate, let them die, face.
Follow the 3 R's. Look for ways you can reduce, reuse, recycle.
Give your car a break.
Their birthday in this week, that is 17th of April to 24th of April, to come on the stage. And so is our assembly. Now, I would request Sarika ma'am to say a few words, as listening to her is always very inspiring.
Keep sitting. I think Principal Ma'am told you last time you are in an assembly. So because we are just here to interact with you, so you don't need to get up. Today's assembly is not just about today. Yes, it's about the earth, but it's about how we are going to make certain habits for every day. We sing songs, we make long speeches, we talk about a lot of things. But when it comes to actually doing, that is the sore area, that is the area where nobody is working on. Even we have big conferences, we have summits across the world. But when it comes to closing a running tap, we say someone else will do it. When it comes to saving paper, we will say, why should I do it? Let others do it.
I do it every day for my brother.
Oh, that's great. But children, I think it's just small things that we need to do, and that will make a big difference. This year, your calendar is dedicated to? No, that means you are not aware of. Last year, every month we used to dedicate our assemblies to any one value. But this year, I think you people have not gone home and asked your parents to download your school calendar. On the school calendar, every month is dedicated to one SDG. What is it? SDG. Now I'll just tell you what is SDG. That is Sustainable Development Goals. That means we have set certain goals for ourselves. Okay? We have certain goals means not score. So it's not a football goal. The goals mean what we aim at, what we plan to do. Wonderful. Yes, what we have to do. So, beginning of the year we plan something. That is our goal. Now what has happened that the whole earth is now one family. Have you heard of the Prime Minister saying Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam? That means the whole world is a family. Now what happens in a family if one has a problem? Everybody helps? Or is it that you only take care? Why should I be bothered? Everybody in the family helps. So we on the earth are a big family. Whether we are staying in India, we are staying in the US, we are staying in any other country, we all are facing same kind of problems. And what is that problem? Have you already started experiencing lot of warming of the earth? You know, we are having, suddenly it starts raining, suddenly it becomes very hot, suddenly it becomes very cold in the winters. Yes?
Global warming is instantly increasing.
Yes. And you know, if I want to explain, yes.
And global warming means that if we use cars and pollution, it warms the earth and it also hurts the earth.
Yes. So it is something like when you have fever, what happens? What is the first thing when you have fever? What do you say?
Hot.
Your body temperature gets increased. Isn't it?
Yes.
Same way, the temperature of the earth is also increasing. So you can understand that the earth is having fever. And what do we do when we have fever? We take medicines.
Take medicines.
And sometimes if your temperature is more than 102 degrees,
Then we go to doctor.
you go to the doctor. But does sometimes your mother put a cold compress? She put something with cold ice water, she's putting on your head. The same few things we need to do for our earth. The temperature is increasing. The earth is having fever. So what are the medicines that we need to give to the earth? Lots of plants. Wonderful. And save all the resources. Yes. Save the trees.
Save the water. Stop pollution.
Stop pollution, because you know when smoke is there, when chemicals are there in the air, they heat up. They heat up the air. Yes.
These are medicines.
Trees are the medicines for the earth. Yes.
Do not put garbage.
Do not throw garbage, because when the garbage starts rotting, the air that is, after rotting, there is certain kind of toxic air that is released. Now what happens? When we breathe that, we have all sorts of diseases, and so many kinds of viruses are actually cropping up.
You cycle or walk for short distance.
Absolutely. So we need to reduce the use of vehicles. Yes. Stop.
Pollution.
That is going for others. Now I just want you all to think what 5 things you can do yourself. Let's leave all other people. Let's think of just 5 things that we all can do. One thing.
Throw garbage into the bin.
Yes. So try to throw the garbage not everywhere, but just in the bin. Yes.
We can reduce our use of. We can walk for small distance or use cycles.
Absolutely. So let's start using our feet to move to smaller distances. Let's not always depend on vehicles, cars or any other kind of vehicle. Yes.
Do not cut trees.
So that we can't do. Are we going and cutting trees?
No.
That is for others to do. They are taking care. Yes.
Recycle and reuse the things.
Yes. So these are big words, but we don't do them. I want small things that we can do. Last. Yes. So let's do one thing. We can all promise ourselves that at least on your birthday, that would be a good reminder for you. You all remember your birthdays? On your birthday, plant one tree.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I already did that.
That's wonderful. But these are small things we can do. So number one, we will try to walk small distances. Number two, we will try to reduce the waste and throw the waste in the bins. Number three, whenever you are brushing, whenever you are washing your hands, reduce the use of water. Don't leave the taps open. That's 3. 4. One more thing I want. Yes.
Reduce air pollution by carpooling.
Wonderful. But that's for your parents to do. What will you do in that?
Then we should not pollute the water.
That is again very, I would say something which we cannot do. I want something that we all can do. Yes.
We can say our parents to use less vehicles.
Okay, you can do that.
We can pick up the trash on the beaches.
So where is the beach here nearby? I want something which you can do.
Ma'am, I usually take a paper bag to shopping, and I want everybody to take a cloth bag or a paper bag for cooking.
Yes. So yes.
And we should not waste water.
So that is again you are doing that. Now I want to catch hold of you.
Ma'am, when we are using water then while cleaning or using something, then we should always close the tap or we should use a bulb.
Okay.
Instead of using cars, we should use bicycles.
So that's we've already done. Something else.
Not use plastic.
So children, I think one thing that we can do is use a cloth bag. I've seen lots of, we are all going to do all this. We must carry a cloth bag. So whenever you get things also to the school, don't bring plastic bags. Get a cloth bag. Is it clear? Yes.
Closing the tap every day.
So that's done. Now one more thing we can do is, in the class, whenever you are leaving your room, your lights, fans have to be switched off. So we are saving electricity, we are saving water, we are saving paper, and we are saving fuel also by doing certain things. But children, let's make it a habit to do all these things. Let's help each other to be more, I would say, to treat the earth, I would say, to reduce the fever of the earth. We have to do this. Otherwise, what will happen? There will be a day when you will have to stay without your ACs. You will have to fill water, and after 3 days you might get water to drink. There are certain cities in the world where people don't get water to bathe. Maybe once in a month, once in a week, they get water to bathe themselves. So you should be very fortunate you are that you have all this. But then you need to be sensible enough to save that. But we are not doing it. Yes?
Somebody is doing talking for us, we should stop them again.
Okay. So now coming back to the UN SDG. What is UN? United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This month we are trying to understand one SDG, that is there are 17 SDGs. This month we have 2 of them. One is number 13, that is climate change. Which SDG are we doing? Which SDG number? 13. It says climate change. So today we've discussed about climate change, that the earth is having fever and we need to reduce the fever of the earth. Alright? So those small steps that we do will help our Mother Earth to get well soon. Is that fine? Yes. Yeah, you're standing there.
Use plastic in a limit.
Absolutely. Rather, there's a ban now on using of plastic. So you can discuss all this in your classes, and I would request the music teachers and the class teachers that this was a beautiful song. It was very easy. All of you can have it on your classes, and whenever you are free, just remember this song. Start practicing singing this song. Everybody should know it. Thank you, children, and let's all promise ourselves that we'll do little things that is going to help us save our mother earth. Okay? Last. Every Sunday. And where do you do that? Where do you plant that tree? In your? So children, there's a difference between growing a plant and growing a tree. What we put in the pots, they are the plants, they are not trees. I think your EVS teachers must be telling you, you have herbs, shrubs and trees. So trees have a longer life. So you can't plant a tree you can do that, but I'm sure you're not doing that. You're planting a plant every, I would say, weekend. But we need to plant a tree because that stays for years to come. So thank you, children, and with the hope that you all are going to at least make small changes the way you look at things, so that we can all live in a good and healthy earth. Thank you.
You to rise up for the national anthem.